What's up, everybody? It's Kaiser Axel with my co-host Shiratori Glenn Shiratori. I always get that mixed up, but you know what? We
It's
love the man.
okay. Hello.
Yes, we're
What?
bringing you round two match, which has our two competitors, Chris versus Channing, Bug versus Normal. Very odd typings, very odd matchups that we see here. Glenn, thoughts, please.
Well, I was definitely not expecting the Infernape. That is a very interesting pick on Channing's side, but it is technically a fire type, so it couldn't handle most of these Pokemon that Chris has.
That is true. It can come in on switch-ins, but as long as it can, if it stays in, it has the Terra. But he could switch it out, which will preserve the Terra and preserve the Fire typing until later when he actually does have to use it. Um, both teams look well, especially Chris's team. Chris's team looks hyper offensive. We've got the Scizor. Scizor is ever since this generation started, Scizor has close combat. That's going to prove very useful for Chris. He's got Cleavor, which is just a hard hitter. Slitherwing, fighting type, so stab fighting. All in all, Chris has hyper offensive. And on Chatting's side, he has a lemur, two monkeys, a bird, a fox, and an egg. Love the monkeys. Love the monkey tribe, though. Love the monkeys.
Love the monkeys.
I really don't know how this match is gonna go, but, I do like this. I do like how this is going to go. Any lead thoughts? What are you predicting, Glenn?
Um, Honestly, I'm seeing none at all. I have no idea.
Okay, so for leads, we're possibly going to see either the Cleavor on or the Fortress on Chris's side, try to get up the rocks, try to get up spikes, maybe something like that. And then for Channing, we might see Infernape get a fake out, try to scout, or we might even see the illusion for the Hisuian Zoroark. Those might actually come into play, which is going to mess up Chris. So we'll see what happens. You ready to hop into this battle?
Let's do it.
Alrighty, here we go. Alright, and Chris sends out the Fortress versus the Infernape, just like I predicted. Let's go. Chris switches out immediately to the Volcarona, Terra Normal, Infernape, and the Fire Punch almost KOs the Volcarona, but the Focus Sash, which was actually, that's a lot of damage. I think
That was
this,
a lot of
I
damage.
think the Infernape might be banded. But then he switches out comes in the Cleavor, does a lot of damage to Chansey, 56%. Oh,
But
and
it's immune. What could it mean?
that means it's the Zoroark. We'd love to see that. Zoroark, illusion ability likes to copy the abilities, not the abilities, the appearance of whatever Pokemon is in the last slot. Luckily, Showdown messes with the slot changes whenever you're using it, and then it'll show if you
Maverick
break
coming
the
in
appearance.
strong too, though, with that Sky Attack Power Herb. Oof, a
Ooh,
lot of damage on the
Acrobatics doing nothing to this Vikavolt. It is just so tanky, and it fires back to Volt Switch.
and it kills it at one hit.
I know, Vikavolt is just a monster. I believe it has 145 special attack, correct? I could be wrong.
I think so. Either way, that is something I would have to look out for if Chris decides to bring it to our match.
I know, right? That's definitely going to be a threat to you, and hopefully you find some way to deal with it. But going
I
back to
hope
the
I do
game,
too.
Stone Axe misses the Graphite Eye. Unfortunate for Channing, the switcheroo switched the Choice Scarf with the Choice Scarf. That's just terrible luck right there. But in comes Infernape with the Fire Punch, KOing the Scizor. This match is just trading blows back and
Crit!
forth. It's a Zoroark! He killed the Zoroark! That means that Channing has no more fighting resist whatsoever. That is very key for Chris. Oh, God. Oh, my God. What is he gonna do? Double Edge? Double Edge is interesting on
Ooh,
Graphite Eye.
Double Edge did quite a bit of damage.
It did, but, like, that's like,
Definitely not enough.
that's very odd. And the Mach Punch just short of getting the
Ooh.
KO. That's so sad. Stone Axe fired from the Morzan, and he's just cleaning up the rest of
And
Channing's team. God damn, this Cleavor cannot be stopped.
KO.
Ah,
Once again, I think another upset match that we definitely were not expecting in our round robin tournament here that we are having.
Exactly. We were all expecting Channing to be in the top four, but unfortunately for him, he's just had some bad luck and not doing enough research, which put him at last place at the current moment. I gotta say though, this team for Channing was a definite improvement compared to his last team that he played with.
Definitely, definitely, because it looked like he was doing like this one's doing a lot of offensive work. Because what was it? I think last time he was playing more on the defensive side. So
Yeah, I feel like also because he didn't bring in that Meloetta, he was telling everyone, "Oh, I'm gonna bring in the Meloetta. I'll bring the Meloetta." But I think him not bringing that Meloetta actually put him in a greater standing in this fight. And like you said, Infernape, Gen 4 Monkey, never underestimate. He can hit hard. He's got some decent speed. Good moveset. Gotta love that monkey.
yep, it's definitely that Iron Fist ability too, giving up all those punching moves with its super powered up attacks with it. Ooh,
So
if that Mach Punch just a little bit more, and it probably would have knocked out that.
yeah, it probably would have.
that
I think
Cleaver.
if this Grafai during this moment, during the switch, I think if the Grafai had the Black Sludge, he could have gotten that KO on that on the Cleavor, because that residual damage, as long as you're not a poison type, Black Sludge is gonna chip away at your health. It even chips away Steel type's health. Gave some people some thoughts. But yeah, I feel like if he did that, he would have been in a better mood. Not better mood, better position. Unfortunately, I think Channing wasn't planning for this Cleavor at all. There was no rock resist or whatsoever. Unfortunate circumstances. I really want to ask him why the double edge on the Grafai Eye. That's such an interesting pick for sure. If anything, I'd probably go with the gunk shot, because at least it's neutral on all bugs. It does lots more damage anyways. But I guess, yeah, who knows? But unfortunate. Luckily, we do have Chris here for the interview. Chris, say hello.
Hey,
Hey, how do you feel
Hey.
after having this match with Channing? Do you think after your terrible upset in week 1 and then going into this match, do you think you have like a better shot going into the tournament?
I will be quite honest. I think I got really lucky. Because if you notice, like at the beginning of the match, I wasn't completely prepared for that Infernape,
That Infernape.
which of course was his wild card
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Gotta say,
So-
it was a great wildcard pick from him. It did a lot of work on your team. Unfortunately,
It did.
it didn't do enough work.
What ended up being the deciding factor was the fact that after I did some post-testing mock battles with Channing, what ended up being the deciding factor was the fact that there was some confusion on his part on how to handle Hisui and Zoroark's ability.
Oh, did he not
Because-
understand how it worked or anything like that?
Yeah, so it just boiled down to he kept insisting that it was the last Pokemon, but failed to understand that what we learned was despite the Pokemon that he was trying to have out, which was his Chansey to swap out with, what was never considered was the fact that your Pokemon juggle whenever you switch out Pokemon.
Yes. So it's a mechanic of part of Showdown. If you don't have any Pokemon that really focuses on like positioning, such as Zoroark,
Yeah.
it's not going to swap
Yeah.
out your Pokemon's position. But if you do have
Yeah.
it will swap it out. But of course, with the illusion
Because
still
every time he tried to
active, you won't
swap
see
out,
it.
Yeah, because every time he tried to swap out, it became a different Pokemon.
Yeah, like when it transformed into that Infernape, and you were probably like, why is he bringing in this Infernape against me?
Yeah, yeah. So, the moment he realized that his strategy fell apart because of that, it gave me an opening to, basically take it out.
Yeah. I feel like you killing that was very crucial, because then it just opened
It
up the
was.
door for
It
you
really
to just clean up the game. That Fire Punch did so much damage to Revolcar. Just curious, is this Volcarona or is this just Volcarona?
So I decided after having some help to throw Channing off as a strategy to make it a glass cannon Volcarona.
Ah.
Mm.
That-
But of course, we never really got to see it in play because Infernape was supposed to be Channing's strategy to just try to sweep me, essentially.
I mean, that's very nice though. You got the the focus sash, which actually helped you out. It made you live.
Yeah.
It also shows that your Volcarona is faster than his Infernape, so I think he might have gone with maybe an adamant nature, if anything.
Yeah, he probably did. What
'Cause-
I was really anticipating for was actually, instead of the Braviary, I thought he was going to bring something like Staraptor, but
Mm.
I forgot what he did earlier.
He did bring a Braviary with Sheer Force, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and he
that's what it
did
was.
use
It was
the
for
Sky
sheer
Attack
force.
with
Sky
the
attack.
Power Herb, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it consumed it already, and then after that, well, Acrobatics is doing the damage it has.
Yeah.
I do feel like
I
that
don't-
maybe the Staraptor would have helped him out a lot, considering that most of your team was physical, so that Intimidate could have gotten you.
Yeah, it could have gotten
Mm,
me.
that's true.
He also could have made a Reckless Staraptor, if anything. I'm surprised he. No, well, I was surprised at first that he didn't bring Meloetta, but then he cleared it up with me saying that the matchup win had worked, especially since Meloetta is part psychic, or regular Meloetta is part psychic.
Yeah.
He would have had to switch her into Pirouette form immediately.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Which my answer to that would have been, if I had brought my low kicks, I would have had my low kicks prepared with throat chop.
Stop the relic song, that way it doesn't transform into the fighting form, which does resist your
Correct.
bug type attacks.
And low kicks at base speed is actually slightly faster than base Meloetta.
Never used low kicks, but it does look like an interesting Pokemon. But Chris, great battle, good
Yes.
win for you, important win for you, in fact. Getting at least like, what was it, one of your toughest 3 matches, according to what the lineup says. Like, a lot of people predicted Channing to be among the top 3, and you cleared one of them, so good for you, man. Good for
Thank
you.
you.
And then next week is your battle against, gosh, who was it again? Who's your
Zach.
Your week 3 is against Zach, who is currently, if not already by the time this video ends, in 1st or 2nd place, depending on what his result with Noah's video is. So,
Yeah,
Sure,
Zach's
Noah.
gonna prove tough for me,
Pick up
especially
No.
his lineup of dragons that he has. So we'll see what happens.
those dragons are going to look at your bugs and think, is this a snack, or should I fear them for my life? Because heck to all for all flying bugs, because I am scared of flying bugs. But Chris, good luck in your next match, and we hope to see more great things, just like you did with Channing. Alright, Glenn,
Thank
anything
you.
else to say?
Nope. Good luck in your next match as well, and hope you can bug your opponents.
I just hope the match won't drag on.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, anyways, gamers, we'll hope to see you soon. Until then, see you later. Bye!
Bye bye.
Peace.